back down. Go ahead. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never let it go back now. I thought I'd let you know from the hood in the way, and now I never let it go, never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No, couple little nigga came back down. Go ahead. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never let it go back now. I thought I'd let you know from the hood in the way. Now I never let it go, never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas, nigga. I thought I'd let you know. Yeah, you niggas know I'm about to bring the heat, right? Shit, I used to live the street life. Hey, now I see it in the heat tight. Now nigga on gold like a green light. They say 144, nigga, you can get it. They ain't gotta tell me twice. Tryna say a couple grand, get on some land, and they'll put us on the field in the field with the water. And you know a nigga gloves. But still get the G on that. Keep tools on depot. Might hit him with the Rico. Hey, hit the nigga with the Rico. Hey, said they fuck with the rat gang. What you looking at me for? So I know they can't stand it. That's why I keep it locked, man. Might sip a little brain. While I'm chilling with the family. Tell them for real nigga lame. Dressing all black like a band. Bitch, I ain't gonna flip. Bitch, I can't do that. No Cavalier nigga came back down. Oh yeah, I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never let it go back now. I thought I'd let you know this rubber hood is a wet, and I never let it go, never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No Cavalier nigga came back down. Oh yeah, I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never let it go back now. I thought I'd let you know this rubber hood is a wet, and I never let it go, never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas, nigga. I thought I'd let you know that we nigga raised up, now I'm all in. You know that I'm wrong. With the wind and the beat by the beat. Never go in the wind, try to suck it from the end. And I lift it, lift it. Let me shit tremble. 144, the red, yeah. But I turn it up a little. Heat the bitch up like loud. He can probably bring a whole lot of mile. You know, let me feel it out, pop. And I'm headed for the top down. And ain't never gonna stop. Never gonna stop. No Cavalier nigga came back down. Oh yeah, I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never let it go back now. I thought I'd let you know this rubber hood is a wet, and I never let it go, never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No Cavalier nigga came back down. Oh yeah, I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never let it go back now. I thought I'd let you know this rubber hood is a wet, and I never let it go, never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. Warrior with the hands, that's what I'm all about. Hunger in my eyes, vengeance in my mouth, and I want no altercation. Situation gon' get critical. It's best that you be easy. The end don't be physical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Get back and learn the rest. Just for me. every word. Bring light into the dark, and I ain't never lukewarm. Shit, I blazing in the season. Got plenty food for thought. Just gotta watch who I'm feeding. I've been walking with them angels, so I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak. Nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas paying back off. Better bear with me, so back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dumb dogs all boxed out. Behind me say I come full. No room for emotion, so I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't U.P.K, then they get in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to something. Flow so deep, they drown a motherfucker. He said he in the truth, oh yeah? No, it's the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. That's what they believe, hard for me to follow. No right me, no head. And I ain't leaving this body, just leaving the secret hollow. So when they ask I'm U.P.K, tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing. Gotta execute it. Cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters up in their bed. They so smart, and Alana, she's so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies, and they dead and pop from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about the shit I used to do in that 98 Navy, the 10-11-60. See, without wisdom, this world make me weak. I found out that the truth was spilling, the lies I speak, tried everything. I guess me and Yohanna had to meet. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak, and teach all my little girls that they ain't think. Lie with a man, they better bring your bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time, this block match my handpiece, and I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house, or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit, should call me 47. Praying for Armageddon, me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame, I.S.U.P.K, tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous pray, Lord, never say hey, be the loyal to the king. Bring the hot friend, you can say loyal to the king. Until the righteous pray, loyal to the king. I want this straight like a bring the tank. Loyal to the king. Until the say hey, be the loyal to the king. Bring the hot friend, you can say loyal to the king.
Girls? Oh yeah, okay.
No, not necessarily. Her and my mom are taking them out to dinner.
Oh, okay. What's on the plan? That girl said we were supposed to be in town or something like that.
Today?
So,
I know you're not home. I got some markers now, so.
The earth is given to the hands of devils. We see the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't at the God with the devil.
I remember I was only 13 when I met the demon. Gave me a deuce and a bundle of cocaine. Told me to sell to my people, make sure you keep them cleaning. If they try to show you, make sure that you leave me leaking. He said, I'm gonna hold you down when problems pop up. Now you got me moving this dope, want me in lock-up? He said, don't you want the Benz vertical with the top gun? Stop, bitch, you get in that kitchen, let it rock up. Bitches love the dope boy, especially when it's pop up. I know you don't rock. You the plug from by the block up. I tell you a little secret, make sure that you keep your mouth shut. Brian got a Lexus, straight from Philly and Texas. Twinkled up Bahamas, got a look for his mama. He's fucking up in Bahamas, I just seen decent though.
I hate you, but I just seen Ryan about a week ago. He ain't looking too good, his knees is kinda slow. I asked him why the struggle, he got stuck for his rumble. But in 6 hours, chasing his legs will make him crumble.
Easy got the house and mama is living
He
good.
said the fast took it all, you right back in the hood. I see you try living, you get me crack in the 80s. Made us support our babies and make the whole out of ladies. I know you got me gravy, but say you mother crazy. It's gonna take more than cars for nothing please me. I see niggas shooting on stars for being lazy. Never get their head at the clouds, so you don't lazy.
I guarantee you will regret it. Remember I said it.
No, you can dead. What you saying? I can't win it. No, devil nice try. Someone tell me he the devil. I ain't at the die with the devil. I'm just feeling landing in the even caught the post Obama. But when we rock, they send the military and armor. When we fight oppression, then our people die martyr. The reproach is so, some people call it karma. But Christ returned, y'all can get this harvest like the farmer. Don't tell me don't bring up the past no more. They still trying to set the score with a stylish call. I changed my life and I'm just trying to live life right. But at night I look behind me and see flashing lights, patting me down. Got nothing that's poking me right. I don't smoke or push pills, I keep up my fight. So Mr. Officer, why you wanna take my life? And your honor, why you gave our homeboys life? I've been wondering why you shot our homeboy twice. Pussy with a gun screaming out that he got a knife. He came from my baby spot, it was chicken and rice. Shit's tripe, I'm just giving visuals like Skype. Ash Trayvon, Mike Brown, and Todd Gurley, Eric Garner, Sean Bell, Philando, Open Sterling, Javon McDonald. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. I ain't at the die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high with the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't at the die to meet the devil. I ain't at the die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. I pray for the demise of the devil. Lord knows I despise every devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. See, I pray for God every devil.
All right, shalom, 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 shalom. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham to the brothers. Yahweh, Shemal, Alathan, Yahweh Shai to the sisters, okay? So this is the I.S.U.P.K. Florida class. Okay, we're at 1628 East Street, E Avenue, Riviera Beach, okay? And this is the Lashawan Qadash class, okay? We about to get it in. And you know, I already looked at the chat line. We got the usual suspects up in here. You know, so it's good to see y'all brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get it in and see, you know, where we at, what we got going on, you know what I mean? If y'all been studying throughout the week or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Let's see, you know, where y'all at. You know, you in the class, you say you want to get it, we about to give it to you, okay? So just hold tight 1 second and we'll get it cracking. All right. We're gonna do the same thing. We'll go through, we'll read, you know what I mean? Characters and, you know, like the law said it should be here. It seems it won't be here. All right, so, all right, so as usual, what we're gonna do, we're gonna start out, okay? We got the characters up here, okay? Abba, da, da, you get, you know what I mean? We got it up here already. So what you see in the red is the Assyrian, okay? This is the Assyrian. Y'all should know that by now. This is the Assyrian. This is the Paleo Ancient Hebrew, okay? Down here, the same thing. You have the Ancient, and this is the Assyrian, okay? So we're going to go through. This is what, week 4, 5, 6, you know what I mean? Like, I've been pushing for y'all to study these characters at home during the week. So you'll know when you see this character, you'll know the sound, okay? Like, you have to get to a point where you see this and you know the sound, okay? That's what you should be pushing for. That's the only way you're gonna learn how to read and write Hebrew, okay? You gotta know the characters. Again, it's just like the American system, okay? A, B, C, D, you know, you go to school, they teach you the sounds of the alphabet before they give you words, okay? You have to know the sounds. You have to know what you're looking at to be able to sound it out, okay? You can talk Hebrew. You can say, Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah, but can you read it? You know what I mean? You can't read it. A baby can say it. A baby is taught to say hi, hello, but daddy, mommy, you know what I mean? Bye, all that. A baby is taught to do all that, but can a baby read and write? No. So you want to be more, you want to grow up, you don't want to be a baby your whole life, okay? You don't want to come around brothers and sisters and only be able to just say something. And yeah, you know what it means. A baby knows what no means. No, they know how to say no, they know how to say yes, but can a baby spell no? Can a baby spell yes? Probably not, okay? So you don't want to be a baby your whole life, okay? So you have to know when you're looking at these symbols, okay, sound is. I know what the sound is. I look at this symbol right here, I know what the sound is, okay? I don't have to go down to A, B, C, and get to here and okay, I know what it is. I can just skip. Right here, I know that's Kaza, you know what I mean? Kwa, you know what I mean? Ka, you know what I mean? Za. I know what they are, you know what I mean? So, to start it out, we're gonna go ahead and go through the sounds, okay? And I want everybody in the class to, I know you should have your chart with the symbols and the sounds on it, okay? But I want you to try to start testing yourself, okay? You gotta start testing yourself. You wanna test yourself and see if you know this sound without having the actual sound written under it, okay? So we got ba, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, ta, okay? So you want to be able to do that. So when you see a word written somewhere, you can simply just put it together, okay? You can just say, you know what I mean, like, you can just put, you can put the characters together, like Khan, okay? So Khan would be the, where is that? The K, not the.
Oh, not the K, not the.
It would be the K, not the C, okay?
Khan.
So it's going to be the
Khan. You right there, sir.
Ka, okay? And then the Na, okay? Ka and Na together is Khan, okay? I kept wanting to go to this one, the Ka. That's not, okay, it's just Ka and Na, okay? Khan, that would be Khan, okay? You want to be able to put the two together and know how to say the word, okay? When you're reading, okay? Reading is going to be the first step. Writing it is going to be the second step, okay? First, you need to just know how to read it, okay? And the only way you can read something is if you know what this sound, what this symbol, what the sound behind this symbol is, okay? Ah, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka. No, this is the ka, ya, ka, ra, ma, na, I. No, sa, I, pa, ta, za, kwa, ra, sha, ta, okay? So you want to be able to know the sounds behind the symbols. That's the only way you're going to grow, okay? So I'm going to have Officer Sharatazar come up, and he's going to go through the, you want to grab your sword? He's going to go through the sounds, okay? And as he's going through it, you want to follow along and do the same thing, okay?
All right, so first we got A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Cha, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Tha.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and what I would have you do, just to reinforce what we're doing, is I want to write the sound next to the symbol, okay? They should have it at home. Anybody who does not have this chart at home to study off of, just put a comment in the chat and we'll get it to you, okay? So I should not have to put under this, or ba, or ga, or da, okay? You should have this already at home, okay? You should be looking at it throughout the week. You should be studying it. If not, you're wasting your own time. You're wasting our time, because we're gonna move eventually we are gonna get past this, okay? We're not gonna be putting this up every week. We're actually gonna be trying to learn how to read, okay?
Right.
Just like they do in school. Once I feel like you should have this, I've given you guys over, it's been, what's this, our fifth week? Okay, I noticed it ain't easy. We're adults, and this is like you trying to learn something or get a degree in the midst of having a 9-to-5, taking care of the kids and all this other stuff you got going on. I understand. That's why I'm not going fast. That's why I'm still on this. You know what I mean? Like, but you have to at least give it a day or two throughout the week, an hour a day or something, and you are writing this out. Okay. The best thing I can tell you again is to write it out. Okay. Write the symbol and then write the sound under it. Like, do that. Write it out. That's the only way you're gonna learn. That's the only way you're gonna grow. That's how you get it. And when you're a baby in elementary school, you know, they send you home with the paper, and you have to write out your ABCs, and you have to know like the sounds to those letters. Okay, you got to do the same thing here. Okay, but you're an adult, so you should be able to go a little faster and grow a little faster than a child will, okay? So you should have this at home, okay? You should already have the chart right here, and you should know the sound, okay? Even if right now you look at these symbols, pick up your chart and look at it, okay? And just read it. Better, you should be writing it, okay? You're in class right now, okay? You're in class. You know, when you're in class, you should have pencil, paper, and you should be ready to learn, read, and write, okay? So, what I want y'all to do, you should have pencil and paper, okay? You should be writing this and putting the sounds under them, okay? Okay, write these out right now. I want you to write these out. These symbols, write them out on a piece of paper. I know you got, listen, I know you have the chart. That's not going to do you any good. You have to learn muscle memory. You have to know how to write these symbols, okay? You have to know how to write these symbols. And if you write it and you put the sound on it, it's going to help your mind, like, remember. You know what I'm saying? It's going to help you, okay? So you have to write these out, okay? That's what I want you to do right now. Get some paper and a pen and look at your chart and just copy it, write it, okay? And that's going to help you. While you're writing it, say the sound. A, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, ta, taza, salakia, kwa, ra, sha, ta. okay? Write it out. I'm gonna give you a couple minutes. That's your assignment right now. I'm gonna give you a couple minutes. Write that out. Then we're gonna erase this and we're gonna move forward, okay? So I'm gonna give you a couple minutes to get that done. Then we're gonna move forward. Welcome to virtual learning, okay? You're learning virtually. You're not in my class right now. You should be. You should get in your car and come to the classroom and be here, but you're not. So that's fine. This is virtual learning. Go ahead, write that down. Okay, I'm gonna give you a couple minutes and then we're gonna move forward. Okay, so we'll go through the greetings again. Okay. We'll give it to them, and then we'll give them some new words. They should have the words from previous weeks. We've only gotten through 1 through 3, okay, with the vocabulary. So we'll give them maybe 3 or 4 more new words. Go through the connectors, let them, you know what I mean? Like, you got to give them the connectors and let them know what's going on with the connectors. If you got something that you feel like you want us to do, you must let me know.
I was gonna bring out a scripture.
Okay.
Zephaniah
3 and 9.
chapter 3 and 9.
Okay. Hold on, let me get there. Let me get it. I was gonna bring that out myself. Most High Christ, we're on the same page. Give them a couple of minutes to go ahead and get through, write that down, and then we'll go ahead and bring that out.
I'm gonna bring out Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 9. And what the other one is saying is heavy, man, because all you gotta do is write this down. It builds muscle memory. And a lot of, when we in the world and we go to school, we go to college, you know what I mean? We have no problem getting the books we need, catching the bus to go to class, you know what I'm saying? We do whatever we gotta do to get the Esau's class, learn his material so we can get that good paying job or whatnot, you know what I mean? But you gotta put in that same drive and that same zeal and spirit, you know what I'm saying? And the Most High's class, you know what I mean? And learning your language, because this is your language. English is not your language. So you got to put in that same zeal and that same, everything that you put into Esau's kingdom, you know what I'm saying? You should be doing that for the Most High. You should be trying to take back what Esau took from you, man. You understand? So it's heavy what the other one is bringing out.
Yeah, that's you know what I mean? What you're saying is right on, because like, the reason why we fight so much to be able to go to Esau's college and get his degrees and his diplomas is because we want to have a better living situation.
Right.
Physical living. We want to be comfortable. We want to have plenty of food to eat. We don't want to have to worry about clothes and lights get turned off. But at the same time, you do all that, but you don't have no moral compass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You smoke weed, you get high, you know what I'm saying? You homosexual, you all these things, and you can have all the physical attributes of being blessed, but you're not blessed.
Right.
Because we're on the bottom. You know what I mean? Like, we get shot in the streets. No matter how many degrees our people get, we still are the ones that are racially profiled, okay? So the only way to change that is we have to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments and start to serve the Most High, and then we will be on top again, okay?
Right.
So, like, this, being in this class is going, it's just a small part of you coming back to what the Most High gave you from the beginning. He gave you this from the beginning, okay? This is what you're supposed to be doing. speaking Hebrew, okay? He gave you this. This is part of your culture, okay? So you can't say you love the Most High and you don't know how to talk, you know what I mean, in the language that he gave you, you know what I'm saying? So, what, you know, that's real heavy what you're saying. That's right.
That goes right along with that.
Point right on, you know what I mean?
Yep. That goes right along with that Zephaniah, chapter 3 and 9.
Right. So you can read that. It should be good to go.
Come. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 3 and verse 9. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may all, see, it says all, you know what I'm saying? Like all of us, all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man, call upon the name of the Most High to serve him with one consent. That one consent is one accord, man. Right now, you know what I'm saying, the I.S.U.P.K, we all in one accord because we know the Most High's name is Yahweh in the Hebrew. And
That's what I want to bring out, like,
they're not in one accord with us.
Yahweh in the Hebrew. That's Hebrew.
That's Hebrew.
That's Hebrew. That's not
Yahweh.
Right. Go ahead.
You know what I mean? That's not Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? It says to serve him with one consent. One consent means with one accord, man. All of us supposed to be calling on the Most High's name. We should know his name is Yahweh and not Yahweh. We should know there's no E's in Hebrew. You understand what I'm saying? We should know his name is Yahawashi. Christ's name is Yahawashi, not Yeshua or whatever garbage. They are not in one consent with the I.S.U.P.K, with the Most High, with Christ, man. You understand? So this is our language, the ancient Paleo Hebrew. This is your pure language. This is what the Most High wants you to do. He wants you to learn your pure language. The reason why these fake Israelites don't know the pure language is because they're out of the spirit, man. They're not in one consent. They're not in one accord with the Most High power, man. So like y'all want.
No, go ahead, man. Get down. Get down.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So before we take this down, good job. Give a hand. You know what I mean? Before we take this down, we got Officer I.S.U.P.K in the building. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So if you would, I.S.U.P.K, come on up, and I want you to go through reading the characters, you know what I'm saying, the God, and then after that, we're gonna go ahead and take it down, okay? We got the brothers and sisters already in the class, writing it down, we practice the sounds, and, you know, and trying to, you know, get to where they remember, you know, all this, what we got going on, okay? So we got I.S.U.P.K in the building. I want you to come on up, go through the, you know what I mean, the sounds of all the characters, and then go ahead and erase it, and we'll move forward, okay? Any questions in the chat?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. So like, before you start, we are not using a mic, we're using our, what do you call this thing?
Podcast microphone.
Okay, we're using a podcast microphone, so just type a 1 in the chat to let us know that you can hear us to walk, you can hear us good.
I was watching earlier.
We good? Okay, Most High Christ. All right, go ahead and go through the sound, and then we'll go ahead and take that down and move forward.
All right, okay. So, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, za, kwa, ra, sha, da.
Most High Christ, Most High Christ. See how the brother just flowed through that? I want everybody in the class to be able to just, there's no, you don't have to have the AH written under this to know the sound. You don't have to have the BA, you know, the GA or the DA. He just looks at the symbol and knows what sound it makes.
Right.
Just like America, you know what I mean? You look at the letter A, you know that's A, B, C, you know what I mean? Like, you have to get to this point. If you're not trying to get to it, I don't know what you're doing here every week. You know what I mean? I don't know what you're doing.
If I could too.
Go ahead.
And
you know what I'm saying, what the other one's saying so heavy. Like, this is way easier than trying to learn Esau's alphabet. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you see an A, it doesn't make the sound A. It has like 3 different sounds.
Yeah.
B has 3 different sounds. Like,
Yeah.
when you see an ah,
It's
ah.
always be that. Always.
You see a,
There's no silent ah.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And all that crap that, you know, Esau has going on with his bastard tongue, you know, none of that's going on with, you know, the Hebrew, okay?
Right.
You're gonna be racist, right?
Yeah, go ahead and take it down.
So true. What you see is what you get.
Right.
That's what I ain't gonna lie. That's what I love about Hebrew. When we reading it, I'm not gonna get tripped up like, okay,
Right.
is that a silent
Right.
God?
Right. Right. The only thing is, like, you know, if a certain character is at the end of a word,
Right.
like if you gotta drop, you know, the sound or the ah sound on it, you know what I mean? So that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. So, all right, so like I said, we are going to continue what I'm just gonna keep reinforcing what we've been going over for the past month or so, okay? And as we go along, putting up, okay, I'll start by phasing out the first thing and then start phasing out the second thing, okay? The first thing I'm gonna start phasing out is me actually having to put up the characters and going through the sounds, okay? And the second thing I'll phase out is, you know, whatever we're doing next. And what we're gonna do next is the salute, okay? We do that I do that because this is something that we use every day when we're around each other, okay? First thing you do when you see a sister, Yahweh Shema Thab Hashem Yahushai, you're saying it. Do you know what it means? You know what I mean? Do you know how to read it? You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go through stuff that we use every day, and it's like it'll make it easy for you to start understanding and how to read because you say this every day. You use it all the time, okay? You know, every brother see a brother is, you know what I'm saying? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you know what I mean? Like, you say it all the time. What does it mean? Khan, you know, you say it. Do you know how to read it if you saw it in the Hebrew? So that's what we'll start with the things that you use and say every day, okay? So we say the prayer to each other every day when we greet and kiss each other, okay? And so I'm gonna have Itazah come up, and you can put up the masculine salute. Okay, so I'm gonna give it to you 1 second here. All right. Good. Put this up. So we're gonna go ahead and remember, okay, and that's why we got this right here. You need to pay attention to this. When we read and write the Hebrew, we start from right to left. It's totally opposite of our oppressor, okay? So we're gonna write it, you know what I mean? We're gonna write a salute, we're gonna put it in the Hebrew, okay? So you can actually read it and, you know what I mean? Like, you can refer to your chart, you know what I'm saying? And see what it means and how to read it and how to write it, okay? So, go ahead.
So you want me to write English and then Hebrew?
Right.
In the class.
Right.
Hebrew class.
So what I would do is, right. So,
After the breakdown.
go ahead, yeah, put it in the Hebrew, okay, the ancient and the Assyrian, and then we'll give it to them in the English. We'll see if they can, you know what I mean, like actually read it, you know what I'm saying? Right. Okay. So if you don't have the salute, just put it right in the chat, and I'll put my email in there, and we can get it to you. But everybody should have whatever you need at this point, because I keep saying it every week. Whatever you don't have, just let me know, and I'll get it to you. Okay. So we're going to go through the prayer, the salute. Basically, this is a prayer that we say to each other when we greet each other, okay? We are praying that the Most High bless you. If you're a brother, brother to brother, we say the Most High bless you, you know what I'm saying? And if you're a sister, we ask the Most High to watch over you, okay? Because listen, we're just like the Most High. The Most High is a man of war, I'm a man of war. I can't be at home all the time with my red. I can't be there all the time to protect her. So when I'm not there, I'm praying that the Most High will protect her, okay? She's not masculine like me. So if some oppressor comes knocking on the door, she can't protect herself like as if I was there, or I can protect myself, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, you know what I mean? Brothers, we just ask the Most High to bless each other. The sisters, we ask for the Most High to watch over you, because we can't be there for you, sister, 24/7. But I can teach you and give you what you need, so when I'm not there, you know how to carry yourself. Right. You know how to be a sister, a woman, you know what I mean, in the eyes of God, so he don't come after you to punish you. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like if you're in line, you should be tawad. You listening to me, you do what I say, you should be good. But if not, you can look for something to be coming for you. You know what I'm saying? So I pray that the Most High watch over you, okay? And that's what it is. Contrary to what, you hear out here, all these people saying we hate our women, we love our women, okay?
Right. We
love our women. Like, how am I gonna bring my next generation in if I don't have a woman to love? You know what I'm saying? So we're not a hate group, we're a love group. We love our women, we love our sisters, and that is the truth. If you was in this school, you would know that. You would know we love you. We want the best for you, okay?
Right.
That's why we're trying to show you how you should be. You shouldn't be walking down the street with your ass out and your breast out, you know what I mean? What good is that gonna do to you? What good is that? How is that gonna help you prosper as a woman? It's not. It's just going to make you a whore, okay? It's just going to make a man say, she just wants some sex, or she wouldn't be dressed like that. All she wants is some rod. She wants to get, some good feeling, and she, that's it. That's all she's about. We teach our women something different, okay? We teach them to be modest, okay? There's nothing wrong with wanting to be with a man, but you should only want to be with one man. And who is that man? Your husband, okay? You get one husband and that's it. Unless he perish or die, or, give up the ghost, you only get one husband, okay? And if we taught our daughters that, if we raised our daughters and sons to think that way and to know that way, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians would be different people on the earth today. But you know what women teach their daughters? From 5 years old, they start telling their daughter, girl, listen, little baby girl, if a man don't do what you want to do, you leave him. You go find another man that'll do what you want him to do. That's garbage.
Right.
Okay? That is pure garbage. You're teaching your daughter to be a whore. And I'm tired of seeing my people do this to each other. You know what I'm saying? Where you at? Go ahead and give it to them. Go through it, do your thing, you know what I'm saying? And I'll hold off on going off on rants. I'll gonna hold off. You go ahead and give it to him, Mike.
All right, so right here we got shalom, right? The shah, the la, and the ma. The la and the ma connected. It makes it shalom. Shalom, right? That means peace.
Right.
It's the word we use often, very often in the Israelite School Universe Practical Knowledge. So, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see this a lot. Shalom means peace, right? And we have the word Yahweh. This is the word. This is the Most High's name. You know what I'm saying?
In Hebrew.
In Hebrew.
Right.
Yah and the Ha and the Wa and the Ha connected, which makes it Yahweh.
If I could, it's like you're doing a good job. Yeah, just really iterate the connectors. Try to, like you could spend as much time, you know what I mean, like letting them know what the connectors are, how you have to drop the certain sounds, you know what I mean, like really iterate the connectors, you know what I mean, these words.
Okay, good. Yeah. So, that's a good point that you said too, because earlier you said like the Ha at the end of the word.
Right.
So, this is the only instance where you're not going to hear the Ha at the end of like words like Yahweh, right? Because there's a Wa and then there's a Ha. The Wa sound is the only thing that you're going to hear, even though the Ha is there. So it's kind of like a silent H, for lack of better words. You know what I'm saying? Alright, Yah, Ha, Wa. You know what I mean? Shalom is just Shah and the Ma without the A at the end. You know what I'm saying? So it's just Lam.
Right.
Shalom.
If I could, like, so it would be, and remember, like, just remember this. In the Hebrew, we go from from right to left, and then you look down and you read it in the the English, and it's the opposite. So you can get confused. So you have to pay attention and know understand what you're reading and what you're looking at. Okay, when you read this, it's from right to left. Then you drop down and you read the English is from left to right. Okay, so you have to train your mind to know this shah over here is on the right, but over here it's on the left. So you might be like, what the hell am I looking? What's going on? Okay, remember, the English is from left to right. The Hebrew is from right to left. Okay, so what the brother, if you look at it, let me get the red one. Okay, so this is the shah, which is right here. Okay, it's all the way on the other end. And then this is the la, which is right here. Okay, the la, and then you got the ma. But if you look at how he wrote it in the English, you'll see that we dropped the A. Okay, so it's not shalama. No, it's shalom. All you hear is the ma at the end. Shalom. It's not shalama. Okay? It's shalom. Because we got a connector right here, connecting these two sounds together. So now you drop the A. Okay? So now it's shalom. It's not shalama. Okay? That makes sense? Okay? Go ahead. Nah, no sweat, man. Slide.
So far we got shalom, which is peace, in the Most High's name, Yahweh. Right? So the next word is ba-ha-sham. Right? Ba by itself is the ba, is the ha, is the wa. It's the sha. Right? And this is the ma. Again, these last two characters are connected, so it makes the sham sound instead of a shama. So we got ba. From left to right now, ba, ha, sham. Because the sha and the ma are connected. So it's pronounced ba-ha-sham, right? So that means in the name, right? Ba is in, Ha is the. Shum is name. So when you read this in the Hebrew, you know what I'm saying, you might see the word sha, you might see the character sha and ma only. That means name. That alone means name. And of course, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get into, you know what I'm saying, you know, the prefixes of words and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying, what these words mean if you see them at the beginning of a word, and what they mean if you see them at the end of the word. But just for now, this is the ba meaning in, ha meaning the, shum meaning name. So in the name, so we got peace, the Most High's name, in the name, right? Shalom Yahweh Bahasham. Next we have Yah, is this character, Ha, Wa, Sha, and the I. You know what I'm saying? Remember, a while back we taught that the I is one of the only characters that you don't add an I to. It's just that letter alone, I. There's no I or no, there's only one letter that consists of, you know, the pronunciation in this character. So it's Ya, Ha, Wa, Sha, and I, right? These two characters are connected, so it makes the sound shy, right? So we got Ya, Ha, Wa, Shy. You understand? Ya, Ha, Wa, Shy. That's all of these words. Ya, Ha, Wa, Sha, I. And this is Christ's name. And if you look closely, I don't know if you can tell, this word looks a lot like this word. You understand? Here's why. This is Christ's name, Yahweh, which means he will save. You understand? He will save. And it is derived from the word Yahweh. You know what I mean? So this word is Yahweh. So we got peace, the Most High, in the name of Yahweh, which is Christ. Next word is Ba, Ra, and the Ka. Ka. So Ba, Ra, and Ka. The Ra and the Ka are connected. So it gives us Ba, Rock. Ba, Rock. Because we got two connected characters making one sound. Ba, Rock, which means blessed. Anytime you see this word in the Hebrew, it means blessed. Peace, Most High, in the name of Yahweh, bless, the, ha, the, and ha. The and the ha connected. So what do? We connect those characters, giving it one sound. The. So it's no longer the and ha. It's now the. Right? Those are connected. And the word the in Hebrew means you. You know what I mean? So, and this is the singular version of this. And if you allow, we'll go into the plural version as well after the sisters. So this is the singular version. It's Yahweh, I'm sorry, Shalom, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Barak, Atha. This is when you're greeting a man. This is when you're greeting brothers. You know what I'm saying? This is when a man greets another brother. Right? And it's different for the sisters. When a man greets a sister, there's a feminine pronunciation for it. And it's the same for the sister back to the man. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't say this. She says this. We say this to each other, they say this to each other, and then she says this to us, and we say this to her. You understand? So it might sound a little confusing, but you'll understand in a short second. Right? So far we got peace, the Most High, in the name of Yahushua, which is Christ, Barak, meaning bless you. Peace in the name, peace, Most High, in the name of Christ, bless you. All right. So that's the middle readings.
No sweat. You good job. Shit is wonderful. So, yeah, just maybe on the bottom. They should have this already, but if you could erase the Hebrew on the bottom since you wrote it, and just write, you know what I mean, in the English.
Okay.
Shalom Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shabbat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then that way they, you know, they can see it written out together. You know what I'm saying? And Hebrew and you know the oppressors language or whatever.
Peace.
Yes, right.
What do you say?
All right.
So this is the feminine. This is the masculine greeting. Yeah. Shalom, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushua, Barak Atah. In English would be peace, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, bless you. I'm saying the reason why I have of in red is because there's no word here for of.
Right.
In the Hebrew, a lot of times there's not a word that's going to connect these words together like it does in English. Right. So when you read it, you're really reading peace, Yahweh, in the name, Yahushua, bless you. Right? So it wouldn't be like you don't have a word for of in this phrase.
Right.
It's just peace, Yahweh, in the name, Yahushua, bless you.
Right. So, hey, give him a hand. Most High Christ. Good work. All right. So, y'all, everybody in the class should already have that. You know, we went over that. We've been going over that for previous weeks, okay? But we're going to continue to do it so you get what I said last week, comfortable with it, familiar with it, okay? So I'm going to have Officer Sharatazar come up, okay? Give Itazal a hand again. Good work. Appreciate it. And yeah, let him take that down, okay? So Officer Sharatazar is going to take that down. Oh man, you got to do your own thing, dog. Because this that mad dog. Yeah, he would do something. All right, so Sharatazar is going to go through the feminine greeting. Okay, he's going to do pretty much exactly what Officer Itazal just did. Okay, and we're going to break it down, and then we're going to move on and give you a couple of few new words that we haven't given you, okay, in previous weeks that you can study and learn to, you know, memorize or whatever, okay? If you would, Isupk, go ahead and when you're done, no rush, just go ahead and jump on the chat to see if there's anything going on.
Big up, that was shout out.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Give him a hand. He deserves it. That's a hardcore brother. He's been standing strong, helping raise this nation for, who knows how long. Longer than, the average brother can stand to even just sit home and watch videos, you know what I mean?
Seems like since before I was born.
Yeah, he's definitely been holding it down, and that's a strong brother. I look up to him. I try to emulate myself to be like that brother beside Christ. So definitely, you know what I mean, like the water to that brother. You know what I mean. I came into the truth that and he helped change my life. So that's that.
Big up, definitely big up Lashawan, man.
Yeah, most time Christ.
That's my brother right there. Every time I need to break down that brother, all I got to do is give him a phone call, man.
Loyal.
All right, so this is for the sisters. This is the greetings for the sisters, all right? You got Shalom, Yahweh, Shamar, Al-Lakam, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah. So this is peace, Lord. This is watch. Shamar, as you know, officers, we get on Shamar, so you can remember it that way. When we at camp, we on Shamar. You troopers, you on Shamar at camp, so you can remember it that way. Shamar is watch. You understand? Al is over. Atha is you. This is singular. Atha. If it's a thun, it's plural. All right. Bahasham, in the name of Yahweh Shai. So I'm gonna write it in the Hebrew for you guys. Do it in the ancient Paleo first. This is Shalom. So this is Shah. This is Shah, Lam, right? This is Yahweh, the Yah, Yahah, Yahweh. What? The Shalom, as I.S.U.P.K said before, is the Shah. It stands by itself and Lam. It's not Shalom. It's not Shalom. It's Shalom. Shah and Lam. The Lam is connected. Yahweh, the Yah, and the Ha. This stands alone. Yah, Ha, and then the Wa is connected. All right. Shamar. That might. Okay, one second. Right now, if I read that, I don't know. All right. What you just said was Shamar. Shamar. So this is Shah, this is Ma, and this is Ra. So Shamar. That's Shamar in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. The Shah stands alone, and then the Mar is connected. It's not
Ma and the Ra.
The Ma and the Ra are connected. All right. So this is over. This is Al. You want the O, the I. Salami, the I. This is Al. The I and the La is connected. So you get the sound I. That's over.
Yeah.
You want to say something?
Yeah, no, I'm just, like the connectors, you know what I mean, like what the brother is saying, so, you know what I mean, like, so the I and the la, it wouldn't be I la, it would be I, because you're dropping the A on the end of the la, you know what I mean? But we'll get to it.
You got the that's the
Mm-hmm.
the tha, and the ha. You want to connect those. You have a tha. You have bahasham. The bahasham. Ba, ha, sha, and ma. You want to connect those. Bahasham. See? And Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shah, and the I is connected. Yahweh Shai. All right. So this is for the sisters. When you're greeting the sisters, it's Shalom, Yahweh, Shamar, Al-Atha, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. You're saying, Lord, you're saying, peace, Lord, watch over her or you. In the name of Yahweh Shai, who is Savior, Deliverer. All right?
If I could, like, I like what you just said. Like you said, watch over her.
Right.
Okay? So that's the whole point.
Right.
This is the feminine. Okay? Her, she's feminine. Okay? So if it's more than just one sister, right. So put it right here and then like put, the little prefixes around it.
If I could, say, after him, maybe write both of them in English.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right here. This is a thumb. I mean a thumb.
Right.
This is the plural.
The N makes it, the H makes it singular. Okay. A thun, a tha, okay. And the N makes it more, it makes it plural, more than one. A thun, okay? A thun.
So this would be.
So then what would change?
It would go like this. A thun, a thun. So it would be the N, the na.
Right, and it would, right, exactly.
That would be a thun.
Right.
All right, so this is for the sisters. This is the greetings for the sisters.
Right.
All right.
Go ahead, take that down because it seems like it's too much to get them confused or whatever. Okay. Yeah. All right, so take that down to you can take it down. All right. Right. Okay. All right. So just remember that, like, in certain words, you're going to change certain characters to make it plural, okay? Okay? So a tha is a singular feminine person.
All right.
A thun is a plural feminine persons, okay? So you just have to remember that, and this is how the Hebrew works, okay? It's not an apocryphy, apocryphy S to make it more than one.
Right.
Right, to make it plural, right? You put the S on the end with the you know, the apostrophe. You know what I'm saying? In Hebrew, you just change the sound of it, okay? You just change it from like a th to a thun.
Right.
Okay? I walk up on a group of sisters, and it's Yahweh, Shamar, Al Athan, Bahashim Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Okay? So that's what it is. Okay?
Right.
So if you could, let's see what we're missing. All right, we have it in the Hebrew. All right. Go through it on the Hebrew again.
Mm-hmm.
Just explain it and explain the connectors and how we're dropping certain sounds, okay?
All right.
Go through it right here on the Hebrew and show them, you know what I mean? Like, show them this is,
this will be the ma. This will be SHALAM, but you're not using the A
right
in this instance.
Go ahead and do like each one and just show them how you're dropping. It wouldn't be SHALAM.
Right.
Okay, go ahead and go through each one of the words and show them how the connectors work. Okay.
So this is Yahweh. Like we said, this is the ancient Paleo-Hebrew. If this is ancient Paleo-Hebrew, ancient Paleo just means ancient. You know, this is the ancient language. You know what I mean? This is our language. This is Yahweh. Yahweh. This is not Yahweh. This is not Yeshua or whatever garbage these fake Israelites are teaching you guys out there. This is Yahweh. Yahweh. All right? It's not Yahweh. You got to drop the A at the end. And you got to connect the Wa and the Ha. And then you have Yahweh. Doesn't it sound better that way? What? If you say Yahweh, that don't sound like a name. It sounds like you don't know what you're talking about. If you was teaching me. If I was listening to your class and you told me Yahweh, and I looked over here and I didn't see no E, I'll be like, bro, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. I'm finna go to the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go ahead.
So like, if I could, and that's kind of what I was pointing out about this name, and then also what else? Yahweh Duh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All of these names have the Most High's name.
Right. You know what I mean?
Because they named after the Most High.
Right. You know what I mean? This is, you know, Judah is Yahweh Duh. You know what I mean? So ain't no E's in here, man. So if you watching a fake Israelite group class and they telling you they know the ancient Paleo Hebrew and they telling you his name is Yahweh, you better make a run for it, man. You better come into the I.S.U.P.K. quick, because you'll be speaking Yiddish in a hot second. This is Shalom. This is Shah, the La, and the Ma. You want to connect the La and the Ma. You don't want to say Shalama, and you damn sure don't want to say Shalawam, because there ain't no Wa in Shalom. I don't see it. You show me where you see the Wa. Because all I see is Shalom.
Or O.
Or I don't see no O in Shalom. All right. This is Yahweh Shalom. Shalom Yahweh Shamar. All right. So Shamar is watch. You see how Hebrew got hard sounds? It's the Shah, the Ma, and the Ra. The Ma and the Ra, you're connected. You understand? It's Shah, and then the Ma and the Ra, you're connecting. And if you're reading Hebrew, if you're reading the Tanakh, or if you're just, reading this right here, you can say this, you can say it to yourself. You can say, if you're reading a word like Shamar, and you say Shah, Ma, Ra, something ain't right. Because if the word Shamar means to watch, then it's Shamar. if you're reading the Tanakh. All right, so Sha, Ma, Ra is Shamar. You want to connect the Ma and the Ra together. Al, you want to connect the I sound and the La sound together. It gives you the word Al, which is over. Watch over. A th is the the and the ha. The and the ha you want to connect together. You don't want to say ha. It don't sound right. It's not. Hebrew has a flow to it. This is not. You're not saying ha. Who speaks like that? You know what I'm saying? Who speaks like Shalawam? Who says that? It doesn't even sound right. It just sounds confusion, like confusion. It's ha. It's a th. You want to connect the th and the ha together, which gives you a th, which means you. You know what I mean? Bahasham. You got the ba, you got the ha, you got the sha, and you got the ma. You're dropping the a at the end. Dropping that, it gives you bahasham. You're not saying bahashama. Just listen to yourself. It don't sound right. You know what I mean? Bahashama. You know what I'm saying? It's bahasham. That's a complete word. Bahasham. Ba, ha, and sham. You connect that. It gives you bahasham. All right? Yahweh Shai. You got the ya, you got the ha, you got the wa, Shai. You're not gonna say Shai. You're not gonna say Yahweh Shai. It don't sound right. It don't flow. You know it's wrong. You know what I mean? It's not Yahweh Shai. It's not Yeshua. There is no damn you in the Hebrew. You fake Israelites need to stop teaching that garbage. It ain't Yeshua or Yushua, whatever garbage you're teaching out there. It says it's Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I mean? It's Yahweh Shai. It's Yahweh Shai. Sha and the I, you're connecting, and you say Yahweh Shai. Doesn't that sound better than Yeshua? You understand? Have you ever heard the fake Jewish man speak? He's spitting all over the place. That's how these fake Israelites speak. They spit all over the place, just like the fake Jewish man, because they're not saying the thing right, man. So this is Shalom, Yahweh, Shamar, Alatham, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. This is peace, Lord, watch over you in the name of Yahweh Shai. You want the Most High to watch over our sisters, man, to watch over the sisters, man, to guide them, you know what I'm saying, overshadow them, you know what I mean, and keep them in, in safety, out of harm's way. You know what I mean? This is what you're saying to your sisters. It's a prayer that you're actually praying for your sisters every time you greet them, man, because they need that, being Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian in America, you know what I mean? They need to be watched over by the Most High, because Lord knows, they listening to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce and all this garbage. Man, they listening to the serpent. They're listening to the serpent, man, and they need to be watched over, because they don't know what the hell they doing out there, man. You know what I mean? So
if you would, okay, this is to walk, you know what I mean, Most High in Christ. Go ahead, okay, just so they'll see it in the English. I don't know if you have enough room down here to actually write it out, you know what I mean?
Might have to erase it.
No, that's too wild, because they already got it right here, okay? They got it right here. So what we'll do from now on is maybe we'll write this in the red and write this in the black, so it kind of stands out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, all right. You can go ahead and take that down, and we'll jump into the words that we gave y'all for the previous weeks. Okay, so we gave you Yahweh, we gave you the word all. Okay, we gave you Amar. Okay, so I'm going to have Officer Itazab put these words up real quick because you should already have them from previous weeks. Okay, he's going to put these words up real quick, and then we're going to take them down and we're going to put up some new words. Okay, so Itazab, go ahead, and I want you to take that. I want you to go ahead and give them the first 3 words real quick, okay? And we'll go through it and then we'll move on. Put them up, we'll go through it real quick, and we have to move on because we need to introduce new words, okay? We're gonna go through the connectors, okay, which is the most important part of what we're bringing out, how to read the Hebrew, okay? These connectors are the most essential part of reading this Hebrew, okay? So with the ancient, okay, you have connectors. With the Assyrian, you don't have connectors. What they have is they have dots, slashes, and they have dots, slashes. What else they put in their
What
in the Assyrian?
Yeah, dots,
slashes,
T's,
T's. Okay, so and again, they have, like, if you was reading this, they would have dots and slashes in certain places to kind of give you an idea of how to say. Okay, so what they're doing is when they put the dots and slashes in, they are changing the pronunciation of the actual character.
Right.
They want to put in they want to put in, certain sounds which this does not represent.
Right.
But they put the dots and slashes in so you can change how you actually say the word. And that's what Officer Shirazazat was bringing out. Like, you're getting these sounds that is not part of what is supposed to be there. Okay? We're not going to teach it. I'm not going to teach it, okay? But I'm telling you if you read any, what is it called? If you read any official letter or document that is written in Assyrian, it will have the dots and slashes on it, okay? But if it's just a personal letter, let's say some, heathen wants to write a letter to another heathen using this Assyrian Hebrew, they're not going to have dots and slashes under it. They're going to assume that whoever they're writing this letter to knows where and how to pronounce this word, okay? So the only time you're going to see the dots and slashes on any writing in the Assyrian is if it's in like an official document or letter, which is like the Tanakh, okay? We read the Tanakh, which is the Old Testament records that is written in the Assyrian, and it's going to have dots and slashes and all kinds of stuff, and it's way too much. They are trying to change the sound of these symbols, okay? We're not trying to change it. We're trying to stay and teach what the Most High gave us in the beginning. And we're gonna pull another scripture and show like the language that the Most High gave us in the beginning, okay, is a holy tongue.
Right.
This is the holy tongue.
Right.
This is not, okay? So go ahead and give them the connectors, write the actual word next to it, and we'll blow through this and then give them some new words, okay? Yeah.
All right. Ready?
Go ahead.
Yahweh. Yah-ha-wah. These are the connectors for the word Yahweh, for the name Yahweh. It's the Most High's name. So this is how you would write it in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. And this is the Assyrian. Yah-ha-wah. Yah-ha-wah. These two are still connected, even though this Assyrian doesn't use connectors. We know Hebrew.
Right.
We know the Paleo.
Right.
So we know that when we see this, we're going to pronounce it Yah-ha-wah.
Right.
Connect these two characters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we know Hebrew.
Right.
And the devil is Satan. He doesn't know these.
Yeah, let's go ahead and real quick and put the
Okay.
yeah.
Yah-ha-wah. What do you want to put it?
Yeah. That way they can see you dropping the A sound.
The full word.
Okay, you're right.
You want the full word?
Yeah, that's it. Go ahead.
Okay.
You good.
Yah-ha-wah.
Right.
These two are connected.
Right.
So you want to drop the after the ha. Boom. It's gonna look like this. Which means Lord. Right? Next we have call.
Now go through, let me know, show them again how you
Right.
drop the A on the ha.
Alright, kind of
Yeah. You gotta keep pushing it, you know what I mean? Like keep
Drilling.
Yeah, you gotta keep.
Alright. So like Darwin said, so this is the pronunciation of this word. And all we're doing is taking Yah, Ha, Wah, Ha, connecting with the Wah and the Ha, and dropping the sound off of the Ha. So now it becomes Yah, Ha, Wah.
All you hear is the ha.
You just hear Ha. Like
Right.
you don't hear Ha like Wah, Ha. You hear Wah.
Right.
Understand? So it's just Yah, Ha, Wah.
Ha. Like
You know what I'm
if we didn't drop the A, it would be Yahweh.
Right. It would be
Just
Yahweh.
Yahweh. Ha.
It would be Yahweh. Ha.
Right.
Wah-ha.
Right.
And that's not Hebrew.
Right. It would be Yahweh. Ha.
Right.
Instead, it's just Yahweh.
Just Yahweh.
Right. Damn.
Right.
Right.
This is Hebrew.
Right.
This is, you know what I'm saying? This is not Yiddish.
Right.
The oppressor does not know Hebrew. He knows German and what's the other one?
Polish.
You know what I mean? He knows Yiddish.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? He imposes vowels into our language that he has no right to even touch. You know what I mean? So when you see this, it's like
it's bow and pose.
vowel and pose. He's imposing vowels into our language.
Right.
It's like just like his MO. You know what I mean? Everything he gets, he has to steal it and change it. You know what I mean? The same way he did with the image of Christ. We see it in the scriptures. It say he was a black man, dark skin, woolly hair. You know what I mean? And he took that image and gave him soft blue eyes and white skin and straight long dog hair. That's not what Christ looked like. You know what I'm saying? So anything the oppressor gets his hands on, he's gonna take it, he's gonna change it because he's the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
So this word Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Yahweh, or whatever you want, Yahweh, none of that. Yahweh. The same thing in the Assyrian, Yahweh. Understand? You just make a wah at the end.
And if I may, the reason why it's the same in the Assyrian is because we know how to read it in the ancient Hebrew.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're not going to do that vowel and pose thing. You know what I mean? We're going to read it. We look at the symbol and we know what the sound means. You know what I mean? Okay? So that's what it is.
Right. Now we got call, right? You see the characters off immediately. You see the ka and the la, right? You see ka, you see la. Same here, ka and la, right? But these two characters are connected.
Right.
Same here. Even though there's no connector in the Syrian, when you read it, these two characters are connected. So they make this sound.
Right.
Call.
Right.
You understand? It's one single sound. Call. You drop in the ah at the end of the la. Call. You know what I mean? Not kala, but call. Call. See that? Which means all. Oops. All.
You just try to blow it up.
No, I try to dry it.
Dry it up.
You try to blow it up. Nah, man. Every call, all, which is what it sounds like. When you read it, that's what's gonna help you. When you read it and you see call, just think all. You know what I mean? Call and all, or every. I can't spell, man. I see English is getting done away with. I'm done with English, man. Done with English. Right. You know what I'm saying? All, every, or any. So when you see this, you're going to read it and say call. And you're going to instantly think all.
Mm-hmm.
Call means all.
Mm-hmm.
Every, or any. Any. Me, call. Call and la, they're connected.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it call.
Mm-hmm.
Not Carla.
Not Carla. You know what I mean? Or Kyla. Or, you know what I mean?
It is, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it, you know what I mean? Ka-la. It's not that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they're connected. You know what I mean?
And you don't want to read this and think it's Kyla.
Right.
You know what I mean? You want to know Hebrew. You want to know your language.
Right.
So you want to know that when you see the ka and the la together, they're connected because it's a word. It means something, man. Like these characters aren't just here because they look pretty. They mean something. Every word, every connection. It's not. We didn't just connect this because we felt like it, or because it made us feel good about what we saw and what we wrote. This is a meaning. I don't know, but there could be a word that is called la, but it means something different. This word that means all is call. You understand? Because this word is connected together. These two characters are connected together. So this word, being that it's connected together, means all, every, and any. So now we got a shah. Sha, and the ra. Sha, and ra. Right? This is by itself. The is by itself. The sha and the ra are connected. So guess what? We're going to drop the at the end of ra, and now it becomes shar. Ashar, connected. Same here. Ashar.
If I could, just real quick. So, only just come straight from my mind. So, always, you know what I mean, especially when you do that, you see how you went this way and then went that way? Remind them, okay? Remind them the Hebrew is from right to left, and then you come down here, because when they see that short, it gets confusing because this is over here and that's over there.
Right.
You have to keep reminding, keep pushing it in their head. It's different, you know what I mean? Keep pushing it in their head.
So like the other one said, it's a lot here for short y'all, you know what I mean? Like you said, it's from right to left we read in the Hebrew. We write and we read from right to left. But Esau, the devil, he writes left to right. Because again, he takes something and he changes it. You know what I'm saying? So in his bastard tongue, he writes left to right. So when you see me writing out what these words mean, like I did it here, every any, I'm writing left to right. But the Hebrew, whether in ancient or Assyrian, is always going to be right to left. You want to read the Hebrew right to left, the English is going to be left to right. You know what I'm saying? So again, we got a shar here, a shar. That's the shah and the ra together, making the word a shar. Right? Okay. A shar means who, whom, which, or that. Who, whom, which, or that. That's a shar. When you see this, you know what I'm saying, when we read tomorrow, you're gonna come across a shar, most likely than not. And it means who, whom, which, or that. A lot of these words, man, these are words that you constantly see in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see call, which means all, every, or any. You're gonna see the Most High's name for sure. And you're gonna see a shar, who, whom, which, and that. Just know that when you see the ah and the shah and the ra, meaning who, whom, which is that, the shah and the ra is connected, man. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to pronounce them together. You're going to drop the a at the end of the ra, and it's going to become ashar, not ashara. Just ashar. No ah at the end.
Right. No sign Christ. No sign. Get brother a hand. I mean, so yeah, you know what I mean? That's right on, you know what I mean? Like shah, ra, and then you gotta remember, if you see that connector, take that a out, okay? So now it's a shar. We're teaching you how to be multi-language, okay? Okay, so you're reading this and you're translating it into this. Okay, because this is unfortunately, this is your first language. Okay, this is, as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, this is your first language. Okay, and we're trying to convert you, you know what I mean, to make this your first language. So now you have to realize this connector means something, okay? This is very important on speaking this language. These connectors, they mean something, okay? So when you see a connector, you are going to drop the ra sound and make it just a ra. Not ra, ah, it's ra. It's not ra, it's ra, okay? Ashar, ra. There's no ashara, okay? It's just ashar. The R, no A, because they're connected, okay?
Like
Come on.
Like what's his name? Like the Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
He's going ashar. That's it.
That's it. Hey, most of A, straight up. So, okay, Most High Christ, we got through that. You know, these words we went through for the past 2 or 3 weeks already. Okay, at least. So now we're gonna take those down. We're gonna have Officer Rochazar come up, take those down, and we are going to put up words 3, 4 through 6, okay? Right here, you're gonna put up words 4 through 6, okay? All right. Toward. So you have
It's all. You have all. That's okay. All means to, toward, into, and at. To, toward, into, and at. All right. 5 is Amar. This is a word that we see a lot in the Tanakh when we're reading. When it says, and he said, you're reading Amar. It's to say, command. Amar. So all is connected, all right? Amar, the man, the Ra is connected. This is a word that you're gonna see a lot in the Tanakh, all right? It's Amar. It's a lot here for my Assyrian, it's garbage, but bear with me. Amar means to say and command, all right?
Nah, it looks the wild.
Man.
It looks the wild, believe it or not.
Smart.
Nah, it looks the wild. So what I do is I would look at, you know what I mean, like sometimes the handwritten version helps you, you know what I mean, like actually write it out better than, trying to, but I'm not gonna front. You look the wild, man. Right. Good.
Right. Most high Christ.
Good to go.
All I want to say is to what? It's to what, you know what I mean?
It's just modern, man. It's all different.
I passed my test, so.
Right.
Give him a hand for that.
I'm doing this for y'all.
Damn well.
I passed my test. So, I'm gonna just be sloppy.
Right.
On that, I passed.
Yeah, that's right. Shit.
That's a good question.
All right. So, for you brothers in Hebrew Academy, that's not officers yet, man. You better be studying this Hebrew, man.
Man.
Get this Hebrew down pat. Learn this because you can't graduate Hebrew Academy if you're not an officer.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, this right here. Oh yeah, I got my cover too. So,
Right.
for those who don't know,
You got officership in this stuff, man.
I'm all in.
All of it.
All that.
Messiah Christ. So this is all. This is all. This is a word that you see, you know what I mean, in the Tanakh a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's connected. It's the ah and the la. It's connected, all right? The ah and the la is connected. So this is all. is what you're going to say is all. You don't want to get this word confused with ow. Right. Because a lot of times you read the Hebrew, you're going to end up saying the ah sound like English. Then you're going to be saying ow instead of all. Right. Because Hebrew is ah. So it's all. All right. This word means to. It means to, toward, into, and at. It's interchangeable in the Tanakh. You know what I mean? Whatever context you're reading, this is what it's going to mean right here.
Okay, so what you're saying, that is wonderful. I mean, like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, so, all right, so let's, all right, so just to help brothers and sisters, okay? So if you're saying you're going to something, what are you doing? You're going towards it.
Right.
Or if I say I'm going to something, guess what I'm doing? I'm going
into
it. You know what I mean? Like, or if I say I'm going to something, guess what I'm doing? I'm going at it. So,
or that's where I'm at.
I'm going at you. I'm about to go into you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, nigga, you want me to go into you, my nigga?
I'm coming at you.
So this is what I want you to do. I want you to go. I want you to, you know what I mean? Like, what you break it down, just don't tell them say and command. It's the same shit. Now, let me break it down to you. If I say something to you, nigga, this is a command. You know, give it to them. Let them understand these different, you know what I mean? That way, they're not just saying, you know, toward you. Explain it to them. Let them, all right, I'm going to something.
Right.
Guess what I'm doing when I go to it?
Toward.
I'm going towards it, nigga. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, okay, if I'm going to something, guess what? I'm going back, get into you. You know, give it to them. You know what I mean? Like, give it to them. You know what I'm saying? Give it to them.
That's what the other one is saying. You know what I'm saying? So if you're reading Amar, this means to say. You know what I mean? This means to say.
If I could. Go ahead. Because what I said earlier, right, with the call, not to be confused with all, because call sounds like all,
right?
And call means all, right? I just wanted to just lay that out. You know what I'm saying? So they not.
Yeah, if you don't get confused with all and call. If you don't see that ka in front of it, then it's all. If you see the ka, then it's call. All right. All right, so we're gonna start at number 4. This is all. This word means to. Like if you're going to something, you're going towards it, or you're going into or at it. That's what that word means. All. It's interchangeable in the Tanakh. You're going to something, or towards it, or you're going into. I'm going into the house. Or I'm going to the store, or I'm going towards the car, or I'm going at the crib. You understand? So that's what this word means.
If I could, that's all right. So like what you're saying is true. You know what I mean? Like, but you want to keep it the same. You know what I mean? That example of the car, wonderful. I'm going to the car, or I'm going towards the car. Or I'm going into the car. I'm going at it. You know what I mean? Like, keep it the same. The car thing. You know what I mean? Like, don't change every example. You change it. You keep it the same. The car. You know, like, listen, nigga. I'm coming to you, my nigga. Or if you don't listen, I'm coming towards you, my nigga. You better watch out. You know what I mean? Or listen here, my nigga, I'm about to get into you. You know, it's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you want to do.
All right, so hey, Salaki, I ain't trying to confuse y'all, but
Yeah.
if you're going, I'm going to the car, or towards the car, into the car, or at the car. All right, so that's the word all. All right, so number 5 is Amar. You got you got the ma, and you got the ra. You want to connect it. You want to connect the ma and the ra, gives you Amar. This is a word that you see frequently in the Tanakh. It means to say, like, you know, it's a command also. It's to say, and it's a command. It's like, you know, in the Tanakh, you would see something that say, you would see he said, or the Most High said. So you would see it say Amar. You know what I mean? You see that a lot in the Tanakh. The Lord said, or he said, or she said. You know what I mean? So that's what this word is, Amar. You know what I mean? Or you would read in the Tanakh, what is it, La Amar, or I read that word every Saturday, man, like damn near 100 times.
That is true.
You know what I mean? So Amar means say and command. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, I'm commanding him. You know what I mean? So next time we read the Tanakh on the Sabbath, on Saturday, and you hear the word Amar, you know it's a command, or it's talking about say. You know what I'm saying? It's saying, he said. All right?
Right. So if I'm an authority, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm an authority and I say something to you, guess what that is?
Command.
It's a command, nigga. Because I'm an authority, I'm the head, I'm saying it, it's a command. All right? So that's how you want, you know what I mean? Like that's how you want to explain it. All right?
Like the other one said, if he's saying something, he's giving you a command. Like the Most High is not saying, you know, don't eat pork. He's commanding you. The same way he's saying, Salakia, the same way he's saying don't eat pork, he's commanding you not to eat pork. It's a command. He's not asking you, you know, please don't eat pork. You know, he's commanding you.
Nigga, I'm strong.
You know what I mean? These are commands. It's a say and command. That's what Amar means. La'ah. We all know la'ah. You know what I mean? La'ah is a word that we use often. It means not. You know what I mean? Not. You know what I mean? La'ah. Not me. You know what I mean? La'ah. This is, hold on, slow. La'ah. There's no connectors in la'ah. La stands alone, ah stands alone. So la'ah. Not me. You know what I mean? Did you leave the fridge open? La'ah. Was it you that left the door open? La'ah. La'ah. That's what you're seeing, la'ah. So if you read this word la'ah in the Tanakh, you know it means not.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
All right, I got a question online. Stay right where you at. I want you to answer this question for the sister Brandy. Okay, the question is, when I finish writing a sentence, do we still use a period at the end of the sentence?
Khan, you still use a period at the end of the sentence. You know, we use commas. When you read the scriptures, there's periods, there's dots, there's commas, there's crossing of the T, dotting of the I. The scriptures say not one crossing of the T or not one dotting of the I. What's the scripture? I'm gonna pull it right now for you. Let me pull it right now for you, sis. All right, give me 1 second. That's Matthew.
All right, so wait. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the question is, when I finish writing a sentence, so this is writing a sentence in Hebrew.
Mm-hmm. If you're writing a sentence in Hebrew, you know, if you read, the Assyrian don't have any periods at the end or anything like that.
Right.
You understand? But we're reading the Assyrian. But if you're writing to someone like your friend or someone like that, there's nothing wrong with putting a dot at the end of the sentence, you know, so that way when they read it, they know, okay, this is the end of what you're saying. There's nothing wrong with putting a comma. There's nothing wrong with that if you're writing in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. The Assyrian is a bastard. It's a bastard tongue. You know, that's when we was in Assyrian captivity. Assyrian, they use dots, they use slashes, dashes, you know, all different types of stuff. You know what I mean? So if you're writing in the Assyrian, you're not going to use a period or anything like that. You're just going to read it straight through or whatever. But if you're writing in, let's say, the Paleo, there's nothing wrong with, you know, putting a dot or, you know, a comma or whatever.
But, all right, so let's say you're reading Assyrian or Hebrew. All right, let's say you're reading the ancient Hebrew. Is there a dot at the end of sentences or phrases or whatever?
I've never seen an ancient Hebrew like written in a paragraph, but I've seen, you know, brothers in the school write ancient Hebrew, and I've seen them use periods and dots and or whatever, just to be clear on what, you know.
The end and the beginning.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So it's a preference. If you prefer not to use it, you don't have to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you prefer to use it, it's no sweat. You know what I'm saying? You're not sinning. You know, there's no law that says you cannot use a dot or, you know.
Oh, okay. So Brandy, what we'll do is we will consult someone who is more adverse at the Hebrew language, writing and reading. Like I said, we have some knowledge and experience to be able to teach it, but your question is a really good question, okay? So what we're gonna do is get a more complete answer on, do you use a dot? I've never seen periods in Hebrew, okay? I haven't seen it. Ancient Hebrew, I've never seen periods.
Right.
Okay? But I'm gonna get the answer for you, okay?
Right.
Just to make sure I'm not misguiding you, okay?
Right.
So make sure, you know, we'll get that in next week and we'll have an answer for you, okay?
All right.
The water for that.
I also want to bring out the scripture for you too, you know, to elaborate a little bit. Matthew 5:17.
All right, give them a minute to get there because they probably wasn't expecting that. So just no sweat. You can't elaborate, but where you trying to go?
I just want to show her that, you know, first of all, you know, the scripture says where there's no law, there's no sin.
Okay,
you know?
That's a good one. That is perfect.
So there's no law on you not using.
But I don't know that.
Okay.
I haven't seen it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm going to get a definitive answer. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen dots, you know what I mean, or periods or at the end of a Hebrew sentence. I haven't seen it. But before I answer it and give you a yes, that is true. Like, where there is no law, there is no sin. But I don't know, you know, I've never seen it, you know what I mean? So I'll get an answer, you know, before I can tell you it's not a law or if it is a sin, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So let us just get the answer first and then, you know what I mean, we'll go from there.
All right, so.
The water again, Brandy, for the question, and we'll get an answer for you, okay? Go ahead.
That's it.
Yeah. That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
So what you want to do is you want to put the words and, you know, the bastard language so they can actually read it. The Allah and Amar, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see it in.
What, you're talking about in English?
Right, but I don't see the word. I don't see.
You mean the
all in English?
You want to write it in the Hebrew?
I don't see all in English. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see Amar in English. You know what I mean? So they can actually see how you drop a or this, that. You know, spell it in the bastard tongue, and they can see how you drop the A off the end of the la and the ra and you know what I mean, whatever.
So we're gonna do this.
However you want to do it.
I'm gonna do 4, 5, and 6. All right, so Amar. You said it.
Yeah, the English, you know, spell it Amar, A-M.
Oh, you mean okay, the Hebrew but English.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, Amar. So you don't want to say. Okay.
Yeah, you drop that, right?
There you go. I'm gonna do it like this.
Yeah.
All right. You don't want to say Amara.
Right.
All right. So you're going to drop this A. All right. And it'll be Amar. That's what you're saying. It's gonna say. Oh, Salaki. That's not number 4. Salaki. This is all. This is all. This will be R and La. So you're not gonna say La. All right. You're gonna drop this A here, and it'll be like this. It'll be all. All right. It'll be all.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's good.
That's what you're gonna read.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Amar, write it like this. Amara. You don't want to say Amara. You're gonna drop this, and it's gonna be Amar. All right. Amar. That's how it's gonna look.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's how it's gonna look. Amara. Who does that a lot? Amara. If you're a Martin fan, you know that's Tommy. You ain't got no job, Tommy. Amara. That's Tommy and Martin, the Martin Lawrence show. All right, so this one is La. This is La. All right. La. So this would be La.
Mm-hmm.
La.
You gotta put the A on that one.
It's not connected.
No.
La.
La. That's exactly how it sounds. A-H. No.
That's La.
All right, these are not connected.
Oh, okay.
Tommy.
Oh.
I know how I get a little, flustered sometimes too. That's it right there.
What? So,
Mm-hmm.
so this is La.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's not connected. Yeah, so this will be the same as that one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That will stay the same. La.
What are you doing?
Let's try to fix that though. Looks sloppy.
Oh. Okay, yeah, that's it.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Right. So.
La.
All right. So go through it and show them. Explain to them again why. See, that's connector there.
Mm-hmm.
Connector here, no connector. So go through it again from top to bottom. And okay, so we got 2 sounds. Okay, La. Okay, but we're not going to pronounce it La. Why? Why are we not pronouncing it Allah? You know why? Because there's a connector on these two sounds. The ah and the la are connected together. So now it's just oh. I dropped the ah off that. You know what I mean? Like give it, you know what I mean? Like give it to them, show them what's up. You know what I mean? Like you know better than I do, you know what I mean? Like so show them, go through it and tell them the ah and the la, we're dropping it, you know what I mean? Like you have to really try to make it basic form, make them understand. You see this, when you see the connector, or when you see this going up, they're together. When you see it going down, it's singular, okay? There's certain things you want to like push and let them know this is going down. The 2 points are down. If the 2 points are down, this sound is all this sound is what it is.
Right.
La, okay? These two sounds are, you give them the whole sound. But when I have the points pointing up, now I have to join these, I have to join this sound, okay? So now it's Allah, okay? It's all, not, it's no longer Allah, it's all, it's, I dropped something, you know what I mean? Like you gotta push it and let them know what you know what it is, you know what I mean? Like you gotta give it to them. It seems basic to you.
Yeah.
Why the fuck am I, you know, I know this.
Right.
They don't know it. Give it to them, you know what I mean? Like give it to them, show them what it is, and teach them, you know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta do, okay?
All right, like Adawan said, this is all right? So this is this is a hard sound, and this is la. So you want to connect this. The connector to this is like a smiley face. And when you draw a face and you draw a smile on the face, that's the, you gotta hear Hebrew? You gotta hear?
Yeah.
All right, shalom. So this is all right? The all and the la, okay? This is a connector right here. This is a little smiley face, you know what I'm saying? It's a connector. That joins them together to make the word all. All right, Hebrew. Shalom. All right. You got all. All right. Amar. With this word here, you got a little frown. You know, this right here is like a little frown. Like you draw a face with a frown, like a sad face. This stands alone. The stands alone. Ma and the Ra, you want to connect it with the smiley face. You know what I mean? It turns into Mar. You know, you're merging those two together. If you're listening online with Amar, if you listen online, you know, tell me, you know, why do we drop the A at the end? If you're listening online. If you're online, tell me why we drop the A at the end. All right, and why we connect the M and the Ma and the Ra together. All right. Anybody online been paying attention, you know what I mean, to the class? Let me know why we drop the A at the end and we connected the Ma and the Ra together. All right, this word is Amar.
Okay, I got Trooper Razan. Because of the connectors, sir.
Okay.
He put because of the connectors. So that's his answer. Because of the connectors.
So give me some more on that. Give me some more on that. We all know because of the connectors, you know, the Ma and the Ra is merged together. We know that. You know, what have we been saying? This word is Amar. Amar.
Okay. Brandon says when you see it, you drop it.
Mm-hmm.
The sound. When you see it, you drop the sound.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay, I got Lashawan says when the characters are joined, you don't pronounce the A at the end.
That's right. So all of you guys are right. You know what I mean? You're just saying it in a different way, but all of you guys are right. The connectors make the mar sound. When you see it, you drop the A. You're not gonna say amara. You drop the A. You understand? The connectors make the mar sound. You understand?
All right, so where's the okay,
Amar.
right here, yeah. So it's better to kind of like, you have to go through, you have to, you know what I mean? Like you're pointing out it in the Hebrew, but at the same time, their brain is gonna, you know what I mean, relate to that better because they know.
Right. So
they know the A, H, M, A, you know what I mean? Like up there, it's just the sounds, you know what I mean? Like, so you have to like give them both of them, you know. Like,
so this is Amar, all right?
You're showing them that it's dropping the A, and now it's not Amara, right. It's Amar, right there next to it, Amar, because they're connected basically. You know what I mean? Like if I kill, you know, like it's all right. So there's no all right. So there's a connector here, right? We're looking at this word, right? We're looking at number 5. Okay. So it's Amar. The ma and the ra is connected. Okay. So the ma, if you look at it like this, the ma and the ra are connected. Okay. And if you connect the ma and the ra, that means at the end of the day, this is what you're gonna have. Amar. Okay. You're not gonna have Amara. You're gonna have Amar, okay? Because up here, they're connected, okay? In the Hebrew, okay? They're connected, okay? Right here, they're connected. These two are connected. This is singular because the ends are pointing down. Here, the ends are pointing up, so you come down here, and it's instead of Amara, it's Amar because they're connected, okay?
Right.
All right, so what I want you to do, if you would, erase all that, and we're gonna do one at a time, okay? To kind of like really push it to, take all this down, and we'll do number 4, and just have number 4 up there in the Hebrew and the English, and kind of, you know what I mean? And then we'll do number 5 and do number 6, instead of having all of this, because they might be looking at a lot of stuff and getting thrown off, okay? So take everything down and we'll start with number 4, okay? These connectors, we're pushing the connectors, and go ahead and take it down, we're pushing the connectors, okay? These connectors mean something. These connectors are the base of what you're reading and what you're learning, okay? And you're gonna learn and see at some point, you don't need, if you're reading the Assyrian, you don't need the connectors because you know the ancient, okay? Right. So there you go, okay? Go ahead and give it to him, Shiraz.
All right, so this is
bust the head open with it.
So this is what you're reading when you see all. This is Allah without the connector. With the connector, it's gonna look like this. All right. That's what you're seeing.
And you have to reiterate
what you're seeing.
So like when you're giving it to them, you wanna. It's just basic stuff that you gotta keep pushing. You're reading it this way here, you come down here, and it's that way. You know what I mean? Like you have to You have to like
So
keep them
you know Hebrew is right to left.
right.
No Hebrew is right to left. But when you write it out, it's left to right.
In the English.
Right? In the English, in the bastard tongue, you know what I mean? You're gonna write it left to right. In the Hebrew, it's right to left. All right? So that's how it looks without the A. It's all. It makes that sound all.
Right. So you got okay, so without you got the connector, right? So okay, so you got what is this sound? This is the ah, okay? I have to like teach it this way because I know a lot of the brothers and sisters that are online, they're kindergartners, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're first graders, okay? This is the ah, okay? Ah, okay? That symbol is ah. This symbol is la, okay? Now remember, I'm reading the Hebrew from right to left, okay? So it's Allah.
Mm-hmm.
But since they're connected, it's all.
Right.
Okay, I'm dropping the A. And I'm giving you that example in the English right here. Okay, so it's connected. Okay,
right.
So it's all. I'm dropping the A. It's not Allah. It's all. Okay, because they're connected. Okay, here it is, right here. This is the English, okay? This is in English, remember, it's backwards, okay? The ah is over here at the beginning, this side, and the la is at the end on this side now. Because the Hebrew is from right to left, and English is from left to right. So, ah, la, but they're connected now, so it's all. A-H-L. A-H-L. All. Okay? That's how you read the Hebrew. Okay?
Right.
That's how you read the Hebrew. When you see the connector pointing up, they're connected together. Okay? If the ends are pointed down, it's this, you're giving all of it. La.
Right.
If this was pointed down, it would be ah. Okay? So you have to give it, you see it's pointed up, they're together. It's all. I dropped that. And then to convert it, I just converted it. I flipped it. Now it's all in the English. I dropped the A. All. Okay? That's what it is. Okay? And all means to, towards, into, or at. Okay? So that's what that is. Give them the next one. Give me the next word, which is number 5. Oh, we're over the time. We're way over the time, Salakia. You should have said.
I thought you was riding out.
No, I'll ride out all day. I'll be here till tomorrow, okay? So, okay. All right, listen. We gave you the new words we gave you was all, Amar, and what's that? La'ah. Okay? You should have the meanings written down. You should have everything written down. We'll go over it again next week, okay? But that's going to be it, okay? You should have been paying attention. You should have been taking notes, okay? And again, throughout the week, you need to be, if you're not comfortable or good with the sounds on these characters, you need to be practicing and writing it down throughout the week.
Right.
Give yourself at least 1 or 2 days, half an hour to actually sit down and re-associate yourself with the sounds and characters, okay? So with that, we're going to say Shalom, Yahweh, Shemal, Thah, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, thumb to the brothers, okay? And we're out, okay?